Okay, we have Frank Cohen part two here, and he's a entrepreneur type gentleman here, and he's back. And you have some more news about what you're up to now. So, Frank, go ahead. Let's hear about some of the projects.
All right. Well, we're working on a lot of new sample packs. I'm working with some brand new artists.
Okay.
I'm hopefully expanding DJFC Audio, my company. If you didn't watch the previous interview, make sure you watch that on Dennis or my channel. But Dennis, his Primitive Substance, make sure you go check out Frank Cohen interview, the one before this. This is
Yep,
part two, like Dennis said. But we're working with a lot of new artists.
that's great.
I'm expanding. I'm trying to get as many artists involved in the project as possible. So I'm
Okay.
trying to get a lot of people, an artist first community to hopefully make artists some money and improve the independent artist market, give
Well,
people more power over their own work.
yeah, it's very hard out there. I mean,
And
nowadays there's a lot of people making
yeah,
music, art for especially independent artists.
yes.
So what kind of music are you getting
Thank
in? What
you.
kind of samples are you getting from different people?
Yeah. So right now we're getting all types, all genres, all artists, because everyone's accepted. But we're getting a lot of EDM because personally, I'm an EDM producer myself. I produce a lot of different things. I sell beats too, but my personal favorite's EDM. But we've been getting all types. I've been reaching out to some dubstep and
Mm,
electronic music producers, some trap people, trying to get people help with the project. Make them some money. It makes me some money. It helps the independent artist world because for anyone who doesn't know, watching out there, my company, we sell samples. We have artists can sell their own sample royalty free to other artists, and basically it helps the artist community because it's artists selling their art to people who appreciate it, so they
right.
can work with their own brand. They keep all their rights and they make money off of it, which helps. It's an extra source of income and brand recognition. So I mean, Dennis, you got your pack on there. We
That's
got Dennis
true.
Young. He's got
Yeah,
his pack on my platform. Yeah.
that's great. So,
Yeah, yeah.
do you do your own music too?
Oh yeah, I have hundreds of songs. I'm DJFC on Spotify. It's why my company's DJFC Audio.
Right.
But yeah, I have over 100 songs released. I think I have almost 200 or something. I lost count, released on Spotify, YouTube, all the major music
Mm,
platforms. But I have over 600 songs in total. I don't release
holy
them all.
smoke. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Now, is this all different styles of music, or is this what kind of music is
Mostly
this?
electronic music, but I try to branch out as much as possible. I really like learning new genres and creating variations in my music. Personally, I like to try new concepts and ideas in any way that might take me. So it's there's a wide variety because I was like experimenting in production and engineering techniques and music theory and a lot of different things I like to do. Like to make a lot
Okay.
of weird synthesizer type sounds. Very, very big into synthesizers. I'm a enthusiast. A room of just synths, so all of them.
Now,
And they
do you prefer the actual physical synths, or do you do a lot with software?
So I personally prefer, in terms of fun and recreation, analog synthesizers. I have I have two analog pieces of analog equipment. I have one synthesizer that's analog, an older one I really like. It's just very, very expensive. It's a lot less accessible. It's also,
Okay.
there's a lot of setup. So in terms of like when I make my samples, sometimes I'll use some analog stuff. I'll do real recording as well with I have microphones and stuff, but a lot of it's easier with the production, like
Right.
VSTs and within the DAW. But I do like playing with analog synthesizers. And one day if my company gets more money, I want to invest into more analog technology and possibly even make analog technology myself because I've always been fascinated and interested in to try to make an analog synthesizer.
Oh, so you could do all that also, right? You have the
Yeah.
skill. Well, you're doing
Yes.
all types of things now. You're doing DJing too?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been DJing for about 2 years now.
You're taking off. So, where do you DJ at? Just local clubs or?
Just local places. Yeah, I go all over in
Okay.
Connecticut. Just any place, usually small time stuff, but I like it. Community stuff for the town. I do some charity organizations. I did the United Way organization has a charity thing they
Okay.
do with the NFL players and stuff. I DJ that for them every year. Certain things like that with my boss, John Ross. He's
Okay.
a DJ who helps me out. He gets gigs and stuff. Sound Spectrum Entertainment's his company. Does
Okay.
great work in Connecticut for DJ companies. Got to
Now,
represent him there too.
now you have a Bandcamp page and your
I
YouTube
don't have
channel?
Bandcamp right now. I'm
Okay.
working. I should get one. I keep forgetting it. I'm just really busy. But I have YouTube. I have all the major music platforms. You can find my
Hmm.
songs really anywhere. Um, yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to. I've been doing that. I've been working a lot on, like I said, my sample pack company. So I'm making a lot of samples more than songs, but I still work on my songs too. I just like audio and sound design. That's my biggest thing.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
it doesn't always have to be a song. If it speaks to you with sound, I really like doing. I'm also a writer. I mean, I'm
To
working
write
on another
also.
book.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a published author, and I'm writing another book now, and I'm hopefully I've been working on that as well.
Boy, you've got so much going on. I just hope that your sample company takes off and but
Okay,
you
yeah,
should look into Bandcamp. I think that's the place to
yeah.
go.
I've been told. I've seen it before. I gotta get going with that. I keep forgetting, but I guess started selling beats on Fiverr too. Just figured some extra money I could put into my company. But
Right.
you know, I haven't. I used to do that a little bit, but I didn't do it that much. I guess I lost touch with it. But for why not? I could make some money, put it into my company, try to get more reach, get some more artists involved. So it's why not?
Now, what kind of music are you listening to? What bands are you listening to now, new that you can tell everybody that might be of interest?
Well, personally, my music taste is kind of all over the place. I like so many wide variety of genres. I gotta say, I've never been a huge fan of a lot of what's considered mainstream right now, but I really like the underground scene nowadays that people
Okay.
don't talk about as much because I think, I feel like a lot of people might share this opinion, but I'll speak for anyone else. But
Okay.
a lot of mainstream music is it doesn't feel as real enough, and a lot of people who don't know the underground scene will say, oh, music isn't good anymore. I don't think that's true. What I think is that there really is good music out there. You just have to look for it, especially now,
Yeah, I
because a lot of people
agree.
who really have amazing talent are underground right now. They aren't mainstream. So music, really good, amazing music does exist right now. You just got to find, the underground scene for it. And there's so many people. There's this artist, dubstep artist called Chime. I like a lot
Okay.
of a lot of different EDM artists that are good. I did um a sample pack on my with my company actually with a producer, small time called Luke and Day Hines.
Okay.
You can see on my on DJFCaudio.com. We have a sample pack together. He's really good, very talented guy. I talked to him over the internet. I mean, we all did it. We did the sample pack completely virtually because he lives in another country. But it was great stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of good stuff. I work with a lot of really good producers who
Hmm.
definitely deserve to have their name, as they
Yeah.
say up in lights. But they're working for it. They're getting there. We all want to see each other succeed, and that's the point of my company, and that's why I want to see it succeed because I think it could help the independent artist game a lot. It just you have to, it's not going to come to you, sadly. It's
Well,
going to
that's
be a
what's
little
thrown
different.
down people's throats now. Product. It's all about
Yes.
product, your music
Yeah.
product, video
Yeah,
product. It
and a lot of it's it's hurting. Not it's kind of going against the independent artist thing. Because right now in history, it is the best time to be an independent artist. But being an independent artist also means bigger companies aren't making money off you if you're doing well. So a lot of people, a lot of these companies are trying to, record labels and the older ways of doing things are trying to stick themselves in there as much as possible in the industry because
right.
they're not going to make money from an independent artist who's doing it all themselves, and so they're losing kind of control, I feel, over that. And I think it's great for independent artists right now because
Yes.
they're really starting to get in there. And, it's already hard being an artist, making money and promoting your brand. And that's why I had this idea because I always wanted something like this before I owned the company and founded it. I always wanted a way, what's a way I could both make money and promote my brand without giving up, the rights to my music or
Right.
trying to promote every day and night tirelessly with possibly no result, or it's like it's very difficult.
It
And
is.
instead of going against the independent, instead of artists going against artists and competing against each other, like a lot, on social media, a lot of the times there's trends and stuff that these people, like artists, will do with marketing and stuff, will do things to promote their music. And that's a way of competing with each other in the artist market, which is fine. But I think it's even better if we could all find a way to help each other grow equally in the sense. And I think kind of providing samples, selling your own tools, yeah, like
I
sample
like that.
packs and audio to other artists who respect it or are going to use it themselves. Now they know who gave it to them. They might want to check out the music, and they're using your tool that they now paid you for. And
Right.
that's what my idea is based on.
That's a great idea. I hope
Thank
this
you.
works out for you because it's a
Appreciate
unique
it.
idea. But now everybody can create songs very quickly on a laptop and now use AI to do, all
Yeah, I'm
types
not
of
into
things.
the AI stuff, and I don't think it's gonna. I think the thing with the AI, it's gonna be the same exact thing as the mainstream music right now. It's gonna feel produced. It's gonna feel like a
Right.
product. It might work as well, or maybe a little less. Maybe it's slight bit better, but nothing more than what the artists are right now on the radio. But guess what? A lot of people, and this is a very heavily growing thing, are looking for the underground more than ever in history. I think
Okay.
because they don't really want to hear what's on the
Yeah, they're
radio on
tired
the
of it.
top 40 every time they get in their car. They're starting to, instead of turning on the radio, they might play something off their phone or Bluetooth. I mean, that's a whole nother list of things, reasons why that is too. But people are looking for artists that they want to find, and because of things like social media and reach, that is accessible now.
Right. Well, the attention span is short too of people. They have their phone, they swap it to the next song, next song, next song.
Hmm.
So, you really have to be good at it. But I think the key to bands now is to play live and create a following,
Yeah,
put out your own records, and then sell the records at the shows and try
yeah,
to get a following.
yes.
That's, I think, the key to the future.
Yeah, well, playing live is always a great, I mean, no matter where it is, no matter what you're
Right.
doing, playing live, being there, you're giving them something that you're actually there. That's always going to be great. It's only problem is, and it's a great method. It's just it's very difficult. A lot of artists who do play live and bands who do play live are very underappreciated. And commonly, they're bringing expensive equipment. They're setting up stuff for
Right.
$20 and a drink, and
Yep.
it's a little joke, but it's kind of true. It's they're very underappreciated a lot of the times. And it's great if you can get those gigs. I have nothing against going out and doing live stuff. It just, I wish it was more accessible for a lot of people,
Right.
especially considering
Exactly.
with a lot of things like DJing and more affordability. Um, Sometimes quality doesn't win over price. A lot of times people, they bring in a playlist or they bring in a DJ board, but they're really just playing something that was already pre-created, that they got from YouTube that they didn't even
Right.
make.
Right.
They can charge
Exactly.
$100 for that versus the guy who's going to go in with a vinyl set and start mixing live and stuff. He might charge a little more because having all these records make it worth his time. But they're not. They're gonna. It's not a difference unless people are specifically looking for that vinyl artist, which sadly a lot of times they aren't, unless you're
Right.
in a very specific space. A lot of those gigs will go with the cheaper option.
Now,
As long as
do
something's
you bring in vinyl records when you
when I DJ, I don't. I like playing vinyl, but I don't have the money for that one. But
yeah, it's
I
hard.
mix it all myself though. I don't like I don't do any pre-recorded sets or anything.
That's good.
I enjoy manually mixing all my stuff myself. That's the fun part, and it feels like you're really doing something.
Right,
I mean,
right.
sometimes people notice, sometimes people don't. But either
Yeah.
way, it's not. The money, what business wise, it's for them. But art wise, I could be doing another job and make the same money. It's also about, I want, this is what I want to do with myself. And if I get paid for it, it's great,
You're very
and I'm
ambitious.
not going to do it for free, but
Yeah, you're an ambitious guy, Frank. Like
thank
I
you.
met you through Brian Van Corn. How do you know Brian?
My grandfather knows Brian. Yeah, my
Oh,
grandfather,
okay.
they were working together on a project.
Oh, no
Yeah,
wonder.
song.
He's
Yeah.
very talented, Brian.
Yeah, Brian's a good guy.
Yeah, he really could play all types of instruments. I know him a
Yeah.
long time,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he told me about you that you're doing all this great stuff.
Hey, yeah.
So, what is your website there, and how can people
My
get in
web
touch with
yeah.
you?
So my website is djfcaudio.com.
Okay.
We have we're getting close to 100,000 website views. We've been around for about ten months now.
Okay.
So company's less than a year old. We're still kind of establishing ourselves, but a lot of people I think are really getting in tune with the message and the project that we're of what we're trying to do. And I'm hoping a lot of people have started to really like it. You know, we've gotten about a little over 400 orders, a lot of people involved, bigger.
That's great.
We're kind of establishing a social media community as well. We have a lot of free products and free packs that I make because I don't want to give away free any other people's work that might go. So the community stuff is, you know, they people would pay for them because then they would get paid for it. But I'll make free packs a lot of times,
Okay.
put a few free packs on there to get people introduced, and then they can buy other people's community
Okay.
packs.
That's
And
great.
I have some paid packs that I made on there too. But there's quite a lot of free stuff. There's something for everyone. And I want to keep expanding. I also want to do artist highlighting and spotlights, which is a new thing I want to try. Where with the artists on the platform, I want to have maybe them write bios and like things about them, so people, it helps their brand even more. Like maybe one week it's this artist we talk about
That's a great idea.
and highlight on the website. It shows their work and why they're special and really gives them the spotlight because they deserve it.
Now,
You
can
know.
we find your music there also on that?
My music isn't on DJFC Audio, but my music is Spotify, YouTube. It's under the DJFC Audio YouTube channel as well. My
Okay.
music is all there.
You
Spotify and DJFC, all music platforms. The artist name is DJFC.
send me over everything that you want me to
Yeah.
list
Okay.
because I'm going to
Yes.
try to promote your
Thank you.
your website and everything because you got a lot going
Thank you.
on and I'm wishing you the best here for this.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
hope everything works out good and we could talk again sometime.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, Frank.
All right.
All
Sounds
right, nice
good. It
talking to you. Good luck
was
here
nice
and
talking to
keep
you.
in touch. Take care.
Thank you. All
Take
right.
care. Bye bye.
Bye.